What's up? Today we're going to take the wheels off the sandbar, then we're going to take the brake. What's up? Today we're going to take the wheels off of the Bugeye, and then we're going to take off the brake calipers so that we can take those over to our good friend Zook and get them sandblasted clean so we can rebuild the pistons and have some actual functioning brakes on the Bugeye. Once that's off, I think we're going to start tearing down the motor. You ready? All right, so we're going to take off the caliper. So they're still loose here. So we're going to take off the 14 mils to get the caliper out of the way. And then the bracket, it looks like a 17 at the top, should be a 17 at the bottom. Since those haven't come off before, we'll put a little non-sponsored penetrating oil. And when something's finger loose,
use an impact.
I do things the easy way.
Exactly.
Use a power tool.
You hear the cool sounds.
Alright, so the one up here and then this one down here are the ones we're taking off. Being able to break bolts loose is why we have gym equipment. Ain't that right, muscles?
Yeah, now it's stuck on there.
At this moment, he realized he didn't take off the top bolt. It's a 17 mil.
Oh yeah, it don't fit.
Well, just like that, my son is gone. He's gone to go help someone get their vehicle out of a ditch. So I'm here and I'm gonna finish this job. So yeah, here we go. Never let him know all the tools you have, because this would have made his life so much easier. Can't imagine why the brakes sucked. Shout out to the good old people at Harbor Freight for the free bucket to catch all this brake fluid. So nasty. All right, pro tip that I don't know if it's actually a pro tip. I need to leave this sitting down draining. I'm gonna put a Ziploc bag on it. That way it doesn't make a mess. And I can continue working elsewhere. All right, we got a 14 mil back here, so we'll get these out, get this off, and we've got our caliper just sitting there from last time. Can't hit it with this hand because I messed this hand up. It's always so much easier when you have somebody else doing the work for you. Well, now's a good time to tell that we're going to need some rear brake shoes for the parking brake. Got a zip tie on the back. Folks, I love zip ties, but if you have to hold your shit together with zip ties, you're not doing something right. Probably a new one for you. All right, now we'll get this off with a backrest full of horse feed. think I'm going to do the front now. The back's still stuck. All right, so on this side, both the top and the bottom are 17, so obviously somebody swapped something on the other one. Not as bad as the other side. But now I gotta go back over there. Need more coffee. Why is the right size never the one near me? That sounds juicy. And by juicy, I mean not juicy. Okay. 3 out of 4 breaks. We'll call that passing grade. Oh my God, with the zip ties. If you recognize this car as having been yours, don't tell me. I'll hunt you down. Three and a half breaks. Good enough for me. What did I do to deserve this? Finally. All right, so our good friends at Harbor Freight have come through clutch once again. We're gonna give this a shot, see if we can take the nasty crustiness off of brake calipers and everything and get it looking clean. And if this doesn't work, then we're going to pay our friend a visit. Let's go. All right, so to prepare the brake calipers for media blasting later today, I'm in the process of taking them apart. I've gotten the other rear taken apart. These other 3 are just in really, really bad shape. The seals are pretty much dry rotted. Whoever owned this vehicle in the past decided to use red RTV to seal the seals instead of spending $40 to buy a rebuild kit. The C-clamps, I've gotten out of most of them, I think. But what I've done is I've taken them, I've let them sit overnight with some non-sponsored penetrating oil in there. Just gonna try to hit this out. Safety first.
Alright, now it's clean.
Oh, yeah. She's working now.
I need a film crew for everything.
This thing needs feet. Like you're in this weird position.
Oh yeah, you need to be able to stand up and do it.
Out of warp or dinged or bent, or then you're trying to
Good morning, folks. It's day 417 of the Great Brake Ordeal, and today we're going to be picking up pistons and guide pins and something else from O'Reilly, so that I can hopefully get the brakes done for this thing. And then maybe I can start putting wheels back on to at least just, I don't know, be able to get it out of the garage and stopped if I need to as we continue on. But today's project, as you can see behind me, I'm going to be spraying the calipers red, because everybody knows red calipers stop better and make you faster and cooler. And yeah. So we're going to be using Duplicolor caliper paint because that's what I have on hand. Maybe not the best, maybe not the worst, but it's worked for me so far on my extremely fast vehicles like the Sandbar. Yeah, let's get to it. And now we let it sit. All right, so my really bad painting skills, don't worry about the fact that the back's not painted, I don't really care. The calipers are going to be rebuilt. Finding parts for the O2 Bugeye's brakes were a little bit of a challenge. All of the pistons were all just shot. I was able to secure new pistons for the fronts and the backs. I was able to secure new seal kits, which come with the cover for the bleeder, as well as the boot and the retaining spring. I did not remember to get new bleeders, but that's okay. One of them is damaged. The rest are all seemingly fine. The guide pins, I did get new guide pins, but I don't think I'm going to need them. My plan instead is just to take these out, clean them, throw some new high temp silicone grease on them, rinse and reuse, because the boots here all seem to be fine. And just the ones that I've been checking, they all do have movement now that they've been, out of the car and all that goodness. So the plan today is to start rebuilding some of these. I've got some Subaru brake fluid. I've got the pistons. I've confirmed the pistons do fit appropriately. And then I've got these. So we will get to that. It is going to be a process that I have not done before, but we will walk through it together. Then I have to dig out all of the brake pads that were essentially brand new for this car, pull them out, throw some grease on the back sides of those so that I can get these calipers back on the car. I will probably put off camera here, I have some spacers for the wide body kit. I'll probably go ahead and just mount the spacers to get them out of my way. And then, yeah, we can lower the car back down to the ground so that I can push it around, and we'll be in a position where I can try to get this motor out. So for the rear of the O2 Bugeye, the Impreza WRX, the piston is from Brake Best. It's part number 7704. And the seal kit is also from Brake Best. It is part number 15155. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get the inside seal in. All right, seal's in. You know when you're trying to talk somebody through how to like do something on a computer and they have no idea what the heck they're doing and it's just really painful to watch and you're like, oh my God, get out of the way, let me do it. I can do it so much faster. Is that what mechanics feel when they watch YouTube? Because somewhere somebody has done this before and they're like, oh my God, dude. Just do this one simple little thing. Super easy. Didn't take any effort at all. All right, the audio might be a little different because my mic just died, but we're gonna use some CRC brake and caliper grease. We're gonna use it on the guide pins and then on the pads to clean that all up. So this pin still has its little rubber bushing at the end, which is nice. Decent shape. They will function just fine. No need to replace something that functions. All right, I'm gonna take these to the car. All right, guys, so there you have it. We have gone through the brakes on the Impreza, on the WRX. We've pulled the calipers, we've pulled the brake pads, we've sandblasted the calipers, we've painted the calipers, we've reconditioned them with brand new pistons and seals and new fresh brake fluid in them. We have reinstalled them with the stuff and things. And the only things that are left now to do, which I'm not gonna do anytime real soon, we're gonna replace the brake bleeders. to make that whole process a little bit easier. And then we're also going to be flushing the whole system with fresh brake fluid from Subaru, from our good friends at Capel Subaru in Greenville. Yeah, you'll notice things have changed in here because the motor's out now. It's sitting right over there and everywhere else in here. We've done some cool, colorful things over there at the workbench because that just makes things more fun. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching us go through this. It was a learning process for me. It was a learning process for my son, Braden. We had a lot of fun doing it. It's nice to know that the vehicle will be able to stop. And the next thing we're gonna be working on is the motor. So we've got it torn down. Now we just gotta crack the case, see how bad the bearings are, and work on the rebuild. So you should be seeing some tools coming from Company 23, some parts from Overtake USA, and who knows what else. And as always, please, 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 please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us grow. It really helps us know what's working, what's not. And as always, ride safe. We'll see you in the next one.